And the exchange between them started to continue until a court officer who had already warned everyone before the proceedings started that if you were to make a statement, you would be immediately ejected, looked at the guy who was wearing a suit, seemed like any other employee of the government who might have come to watch. And indeed, there were scores of people from the DEA.
She just got out of the courtroom and joins us now. Lisa, what are your takeaways? And can you take us into that room? There were no electronic devices, and so you're our conduit.
No. Ali, I'm going to do the best I can to tell you about this from start to finish, but let's start at the end first and work backwards, because that's where the real fireworks happen. As Nicolas Maduro, who was wearing an orange sort of mid-sleeve T-shirt underneath a navy V-neck shirt, you could see the hems of his prison garb orange T-shirt coming out his sleeves and out his hem. As he stood up wearing translation headphones in order to let the guy who was wearing a suit seemed like any other employee of the government who might have come to watch. And indeed, there were scores of people from the DEA, from the Department of Homeland Security. At that point, the court security officer jabbed his finger at the guy and said, "You out." And that all happened as Judge Hellerstein stood up from the bench, which means everybody in the courtroom was standing at the same time as law enforcement officers were trying to get this gentleman who was trying to force a confrontation. Celia Flores' lawyer said that during the kidnapping, what they called the kidnapping, Celia Flores sustained serious injuries, and you could see some bruising to her forehead. They said she